are supposed to vote for this bill for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network. It is the second day of 2024, Tuesday, the 2nd of January, 2024. So, viewers, from Real Talk Group of Company, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, our members, our staff, we want to wish you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, a happy, a successful, a bright, good health, and eventful 2024. May your dreams, may your goal, may whatever you inspire to do in 2024. We at Real Talk hope that you achieve whatever it is that you set out to do. So that is from us. Secondly, we want to send condolences to the family of Basdeo Pandey on the passing of an icon. Now, the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, has confirmed that former Prime Minister Basdeo Pandey will be given a state funeral. Hines stated that the government reached out to his family about the state funding his funeral, and the family has agreed to it. He explained that Mr. Pandey's body must first be brought back into this country since he was abroad at the time of his death. Pandey died at a hospital in Jacksonville, Florida on Monday, where he had been seeking medical care. The National Security Minister added that a date for the funeral is yet to be announced, as he confirmed that will be left up to Mrs. or to the Pandey relatives to determine. Basdeo Pandey, who served as the country's 5th Prime Minister and had a long, illustrated public career, was 90 years old at the time of his death. So condolences to his family from the Real Talk crew. So Trinidad and Tobago, what is your New Year resolution for 2024? It's bright, giving God thanks for life. You made it thus far, and to continue making it in 2024. We at Real Talk here have plans for our shows. I have plans for my company, and we are going forward with the blessings of God in 2024. Good health, good strength, healthy, moving forward, strong. So what are your plans? Tonight, while our show is going live, you can feel free to call in. So call in, viewers, and let us know what is your plan for 2024. You can do that while our program is going on. Now, presently, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago on the 19th of March. 2024 will make us 6 years on the network. We're going strong, steady like a rock. We're not shaken. We don't take threats. We're moving with the grace and the blessings of God in 24. Real Talk has plans, Lord. Grant us the ability to go forward with it. But nevertheless. So remember, viewers, I'm a spiritual consultant. I'm also a licensed money lender. You're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. You can come into us or contact our office, viewers. Our number will be on screen shortly. Contact our office at 339-1670, 242-7690, 238-6716, 267-7325. Remember, viewers, contact our office, set up an appointment, and come meet with our staff. So, as we go forward, you're looking for cash borrow, not a problem. You wanna be an account holder and Real Talk Credit Union information, not a problem. Looking for an equipment to rent, it's not a problem. You're living in Guyana and you wanna borrow money, not a problem. You're looking for an equipment to rent in Guyana, not a problem. By the 3rd week in January, Real Talk will be opening Real Talk equipment in Guyana, and also I'm a licensed money lender in Guyana also. So we're setting up our company in Guyana, Real Talk Finance and Investment. by the third week in January 24, our business is going to open. They can't stop me. You know why? It's the grace. It's the blessings. It's the power of the Almighty that have me where I am today. And I am so proud to say that. How many of you are proud to say God is working in your life? How many of you are proud to say that you depend on God for everything? How many of you are proud to say that God is your strength? How many? Well, nevertheless, as we start our program tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has put the nation on alert that this year will be full of risk, even as he holds the prospects of considerable promise. He based this on global forecasting, predicting that 2024 will be a year of uncertainty. Given the continuing war between Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strips, pointing to some positive things in TNT, the PM stated that the unemployment rate recorded a decline of 3.7% in the second quarter, indicating that thousands of persons gained employment compared to previous years. The PM said security of citizens continue to be very serious concerns to his government. He claimed that amid the crime challenges, which has seen over 570 murders in 2023, the Minister of National Security confronts them with a broad strategic which relies on the present and the reliance of our protective forces. Dr. Rowley also appealed to citizens to take personal responsibility and ensure there is no nursery or safety harbors of criminals. The PM also touched on a living standard of citizens, saying, this too is a priority in 2024. The Minister of Social Development will roll out a national register to track the lives of most vulnerables. So Trinidad and Tobago, 238-6716 is our phone line to call in. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So now, having the Prime Minister say to us that 2024 will be a risky year, that is not encouraging the citizen. I'll tell you something. As a PM, as a holder of the national security portfolio, as a holder of the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago, as a holder of the Prime Minister's title, you cannot come out you cannot come out on a platform and tell us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, that it's going to be a risky year for our country. Serious? That alone is telling us that there is no positivity in thinking. That alone will tell me that, hey, this government is a kicksy government. Not condemning, but the words they're using, you're not giving me an encouragement. You're not going to tell me, well, yes, boy, we're going to make it in 2024. Our government have this plans, we have that plans, we have another plan. No, the first thing you come to tell me on New Year's Day now is that this is going to be a risky year for us in Trinidad and Tobago on 2024 calendar. No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You as a Prime Minister cannot come out and say, Saeed, it's going to be a risky year. No, you are the Prime Minister of this country. You have to share words of wisdom. You have to share the plans for 2024 that your government is going to have. You have to come out as a Prime Minister and motivate us as citizens, because apparently in Trinidad and Tobago, right now, we are sheltered. You know why? The crime rate in our country is ridiculous. The murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago is ridiculous. Kidnapping start back. Thank God they found El Socorro businesswoman alive. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. But being the head of Trinidad and Tobago, you cannot come out and tell us it's going to be a risky 2024. No, you start bad. How are you to encourage citizens now? How are you to encourage citizens? You say, I go tell you something. Being a head in our country, you need to motivate citizens. You cannot come out and be a leader and tell us, hey, it's going to be risky. No, you already frightened me for the whole of 2024. You already frightened me for the whole of 2024. And to me, it's not good. It's not good at all, at all, at all, at all. We need something better than that. You see, as the Prime Minister, you need to reassure the citizens that put you there. A risky year. You are scaring the people that put you in power. That is what you're doing. You're scaring the little ones. You're scaring the grandmother, the grandfather, those that are of serious age. You are scaring them. You cannot be a Prime Minister and input fear into the citizens. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. New Year greetings to you, your family, and your staff, man. Great program as usual.
Same to you, my friend.
Mr. Saeed, I don't think this country should expect anything better from this man. The international community have their eyes on us. And you know what they are saying? Last year, early part of last year, since the early part of last year, they say state official and high office holder in this land is funding and supporting crime and criminal activities. What that means? Everything across the board, they don't want betterment for the citizens of this country. Mr. Said, you have done more than what these politicians do for the last 8 years. You have done more than that for this country and the citizens of this country,
Yeah, seen that the amount.
To encourage them to uplift their life and so on, And what this government is going to do, they continue to legalize crime. Property tax is a crime against citizens. The United Nations Geneva Convention is a convention, states that every government is responsible for the education,
correct,
the healthcare, housing, food, and road and so on for their citizens, So correct. You build your house, you struggle up your build your house, and this man telling you, no, it's wrong to build a house. We have to tax you. When every dollar you spend to fix your house, you pay tax on it already. Very sad, So citizens of this country, all you wake up, get together, let's unite and get this government out of office once and for all. Saeed, you keep up the great work you are doing. God bless you, man, in this new year and your staff and family.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, those of you who are looking for 4%, now I want you to understand something. Real Talk Finance and Investment, Real Talk Credit Union, we also lend money. Let me tell you something. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad here that is licensed and is giving you 4% on our fixed deposit. You know why we bring out this 4%? You know what caused me to be so inspired to show this 4%? You have a call? Now, Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this. In the coming months, now, for the last 5 years and months, we have hold the position as the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because we deal with the real issues that is affecting us as a citizen in our country. The real issues. We try to bring solutions for the real issues. Real Talk is the only show on television, the only host in Trinidad and Tobago that have pushed for legislations and amendments and were passed and signed by a former Attorney General, Saieed Ali, in Trinidad and Tobago. We pushed for almost 10 or 11 legislations and amendments over the years gone by. And former Attorney General, Saieed Ali, signed off on every single amendment or legislation I pushed for. I want to thank him for that. I will always thank him for that. Now, we deal with the issues that is affecting us. Gas price affecting us, high cost of living affecting us, roads affecting us, health affecting us, Health centers, hospitals, doctors are affecting us. Lack of proper education in school are affecting us. Lack of proper policing on the streets are affecting us. Lack of water supply proper affecting us. Lack of proper street lighting in Trinidad and Tobago are affecting us. Lack of proper electricity in our country affecting us. Lack of proper internet service and phone communication, it is affecting us. And as time go by, more and more things are affecting us. So we're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to continue on it because this is our first show for 2024, and I'm going to keep you ahead of everything that is going on after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to Realtalk viewers. Prime Minister Dr. Rowley, you need to address the nation better. We are looking up to you for changes in our country. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead. You're live on Realtalk, my friend.
A pleasant good night to Mr. Sadiq and his family and his hard-working staff. So you have been doing a very good program, but I want you to know in line of politics, government come, government go, it's one kettle of fish. The only alternative people have right now is to serve God, because when you watch at what they do, tequila pandy, that's showing you how dirty politics is, and it's getting more dirty. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, were you okay with the Prime Minister using the term risky 2024 for Trinidad and Tobago? To me, I am not satisfied with that. I am not. You are the head of the government for Trinidad and Tobago. You govern sectors in Trinidad and Tobago. And you cannot come out and tell us, in citizens, that it will be a risky 2024. Let me tell you something. Countries outside looking down at us. Investors looking down at us to invest in Trinidad and Tobago. And when you come out and tell us, hey, it's going to be a risky 2024, I am going to think twice to come in that country and invest millions. I am going to think twice. I am. Because if you're the Prime Minister telling me, hey, Saeed, you're not risky coming down here, you know, but there's a full stop right there. That is not an open policy. It's not an open door for investors to come in. No, it's like, whoa, don't come in. That is what you're saying. Don't come in, it's risky. So how are you going to fix that now? Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has stated that the result of crime prevention plan and strategies by the National Security Council, the police and the wider security service have not been satisfactory. But the country remained focused on getting better result. You see these statements and them? We know it bad. We know the police trying their best. We know the Security Council needs to put a better foot forward. More planning, serious planning. You see, you cannot come out and tell us what we already know. You have to be, you see how you be bold on your platform on them? When they hear you want to talk about the UNC this and the UNC that and the UNC next. When they want to talk about Gary this and Gary that and Gary the next. You see it is be bold in making a statement. Now Prime Minister, understand this. You should have come out and told the country, well, you know what? In 2023, we had some serious crimes. But in 2024, we are going to scare off bandits. We have some strategies planned for 2024 that will change criminal mindset in our country. You need to be bold. You can't be a Prime Minister and, well, you know, we didn't get you last year, and you know, the police was lapsing. You cannot be a Prime Minister and come out and encourage people like that. You cannot. We have a Trinidad and Tobago citizens have lost touch with TTPS. They have lost faith in the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago. And what you did, Prime Minister, is that you supported our trust being broken in TTPS. You cannot be the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago to come to tell me, Saeed, boy, we ain't not trusting the police. You cannot do that. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Blessings to you and the family and your crew.
Thank you, my friend.
And condolences to the Pandy family.
Thank you so much.
You want to talk about risk? The divers and them in Paria take a risk. Them take a risk. Blessings.
Well said. Well said. Thank you, my friend. They took a risk. They were on a job site. So hear this now. The PM, he stayed now. Me about talking to the Prime Minister, I just stated what he stated, you know. I want to let you understand, man. But I want to let you also understand. This is the man that we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, put to govern our country. This is the man that goes up on platforms and be like, let me tell you something. If I tell you the color red, even though it blue, it's red. Because you know why? He's persistent. He's bold. He stated that 50 new patrol vehicles were recently approved for the police and the defense force, while the protective service were continuously managing the millions of rounds of ammunition and thousands of illegal firearms in the country. Rowley said officers would continue to try to prove them wrong. He said their jobs will be helped by more information from members of the public. Meanwhile, he added that the protection of society will remain the duty and focus of the state as it confronts those who choose violent crime as their contribution to nationals or nation challenges. No man PM, you can't do that. You can't do that. Make a bold statement. Gary used to come up on television and say, you know what? We're going after the criminal. Come back to me, director. Gary used to say, you know what? We're going after the criminals. We're going to rock them down. We're going to shake them. We're going to give them nightmares. The man used to do his thing. Our Prime Minister come to say, you know what, citizen? It's going to be a risky year. You cannot do that. You cannot say that. Risky? Come PM, come better than that. Come out and bring a bold statement. Give the PNM supporters something to hold on. But you give them risky year, 2024 in Trinidad and Tobago. You give them that to hold on. We already know it's risky. You don't have to tell us that. You know why we are the #1 current affairs? You know why? Because I bring you news as it is to you. I don't butter, I don't sugarcoat, I don't honey. No, I gave you it as it is. And as it is now, I also show you solutions to problem as it is. Let me tell you something. You always say, oh, it's all about bashing UNC and bashing PM. No, we're in a country that have an opposition. We're in a country that have a ruling party. We as citizens, you know what we need? Better lifestyle, better roads, better health care, better police service, better teachers in school teaching our kids. This is what we need. Better service. We don't need risky service. Don't come and tell me it's going to be a risky year. No, you don't frighten me already. So if I were to open a business, you know what? I am not going to open a business because the Prime Minister said it's going to be risky. I will keep my little $5,000 in my pocket. And that is the problem. The heads of Trinidad and Tobago are not motivating us. They're not. It's sad, you know. It's really, really sad, you know. Boy. Imagine you want to go into a business. You want to go into a business. You already plan how much money to invest. You already plan what you're investing on. You already plan your location. You already plan your product, how you produce. And boom now, New Year's message to Trinidad and Tobago from the Prime Minister. It's going to be a risky 2024. Let me tell you something. You just fold up my little thing and I put a zip on it and I put it in my back pocket and I leave it right there. My little business plan just gets shut down. Now imagine if an investor now who wants to invest in Trinidad and Tobago and he hears speeches like these. What's going to happen? You think they're going to come down to Trinidad and invest? When the Prime Minister said it's going to be risky, hell no, they're not coming. I am a businessman. And if some Prime Minister in some country tell me, hey, my news to the nation, it's going to be a risky year, that is it, I'm not going in that country, I'm looking for the next country. That's a first step to that country right there. Would you hate me for that? No, you can't hate me for that. What message did the Minister of Trade bring to Trinidad and Tobago? What message? We haven't heard one. We haven't heard one. All Year's Day into New Year's. Let me tell you something. Each minister should have made a video and post it. Each minister wishing Trinidad and Tobago citizens success in 2024. And tell us what are you going to do in 2024. You know what the leader tell them? It's going to be risky. It's going to be risky. So we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, murder declined by 5% is significant, but not satisfactory. That is coming from the COP. You're going to hear more on this after this break.
Tired Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. It's your boy Saeed here. Remember, we at Real Talk, we offering you 4%. Do we have a call on the line? So we're going to take this call and we're going to talk to you a little bit on investment. Just a few short tips. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. A blessed and prosperous 2024 to you, your family, all your listeners and supporters.
Same to you, my friend, from us.
I want to start with the continuation of the blood that is was flowing in 2023. It appears that is continuing. And the other thing that is continuing is the PNM is in office. And I want to clap back at Ula. Ula say the 5% reduction is credited to her. But she ain't know about mathematics. What about the 95%? Who is that accredited to? That accredited to she and the PNM, and by Fitzy say he go to the gym. And the police and them go to the gym to run down bandits. He don't know his technology now. They have to develop the brains, not in the gym. You have to recruit intelligently. I see they have an ad recruiting people. Police. They're asking for 5 O-levels. And listen to this, the only one is compulsory. Half of them policemen card. When they're measuring things, the only thing they get wrong is inflation. So I want to tell the police service they must have 4 compulsory subjects. English, Maths, Spanish, and IT. We need intelligence in the police. We need them to be able to use the devices. We need them to be very articulate in Spanish. Half of the population go in Venezuela type and Spanish. So that's all I have to say. And I'm asking Mr. Rowley, the Prime Minister, please do the right thing. Step down and call an election and take a page out of Basu Pandey. He was the only government Prime Minister and senior government official cleared his name before he has gone to see St. Peter's. Have a blessed day, and as I said, a prosperous 2024 to you and your program.
Thank you, my friend. The TTPS ended 2023 recording 576 murders, down from 605 in 2022. In her New Year message, Police Commissioner Earla Haywood Christopher stated that the 5% decline in murder is significant, but she is not satisfied with that drop. Earla stated, "Is a homicide rate of 576 acceptable? Of course not. Is a 5% deduction in the rate an improvement? It certainly is." She also promised that TTPS would not be complacent with the limited progress and promised to develop more initiative strategies in the year. Haywood Christopher stated that while there is a daily homicide count, there is no statistics that convey to what extent effectiveness or effective police operation have prevented crime. She continued that reducing the homicide rate is the most urgent mandate and will be the county's biggest challenge in addressing in 2024. So while talking about TTPS, I would like to congratulate the traffic branch of Trinidad and Tobago. On All Year's night, they had set up roadblocks, I believe, throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And a lot of drunk drivers got ticketed. So I just want to congratulate the traffic division and the head of the traffic division for Trinidad and Tobago. I just want to congratulate them on their sting operation that they did on New Year's morning. Now, the police commissioner also added that TTPS accepts the public criticism, but it also welcomes the public support. Earla invited persons in 2024 to determine that they will be part of the solution by communicating with them to save lives in 2024. Now, I'll tell you something, Earla. There are many citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, there are many groups, there are many business people who would love to work with TTPS in 2024. They would love to. A simple thing I keep saying, random raids in community. Random raids in community. You're starting to clean the community. Once the community is clean, the community is going to be different. Just imagine how much hundreds of gangs there are in Trinidad and Tobago. TTPS knows that, magistrate knows that, lawyers knows that, ministers knows that, but yet nothing is being done to curb gangs in Trinidad and Tobago. To start with. To start with. I personally, gang member kill gang member, I good with that. I good with that. A gang member kill a gang member, I good with that. But you see when a gang come out now, and there's a drive-by shooting and innocent people dies in it, that is a problem. That is a problem. You know why? Now, when a gang commits an act, sometimes we would see social media posts that this gang is responsible and that gang is responsible and other gang is responsible. What is TTPS doing? I always say Trinidad and Tobago police officers have license to kill. I always say that. Always say that. Also, gang members They have no license to kill, but they have more shooting than TTPS taking place. They have more shooting taking place than Trinidad and Tobago police officers. Collecting intel is important. Collecting intel, information is important. Intelligence is important. But I'll tell you something. Having intelligence, information is one thing. Acting on it is another thing. Is another thing. Which officer is willing to act on information? How many? How many? Now, I want these police officers to understand. These gang members, if they get a paid hit on earlier, they come in for you, you know. I want you to understand that. Gangs, if they receive some payment to kill some officers, they come in at all you know. They do business who all is, you know. They do business if all is friends, you know. You know why? Money talks. Money talks. So the gangs need the money, they don't need the police. The police need to eradicate the gangs and make sure the citizens safe. So they could be safe also. I'll ever look at it like that? If gangs in Trinidad and Tobago receive a lump sum of money to put a hit on a police officer, believe me, that police officer is goodbye to you, officer. It's goodbye to you. Keep in mind, a gang member is about criminality and making money, while you as a TTPS officer, you will try to maintain the law. And everybody will come after you. So think about that. Think about that. While you're thinking about that, listen to this. The population has a high public distrust of the police, and this fact is worsening. The crime crisis, according to a recent report by Parliament Joint Select Committee on National Security, the JSC is chaired by Keith Scotland. This is Cole Potman. This is the man saying who he will ride to work on his bicycle. I wonder if he ever did that. A report also lamented that problems in the laws, the courts, and the prison system also contributes to the failing of criminals' justice system, saying a corrective approach may reflect TNT's wider culture perspective. The report stated that was effective and had not led a positive prescription or behavior. The report also said that the population has a relatively low level of trust in the police service. I will repeat that again. The report also said the population has a relatively low level of trust in the police service. It added that 42% trust of the police, 59% a report crime when a victim, and 67% feel safe in their neighborhood. You see what I'm talking about? Start random raids in the neighborhood, in the community. Make the community safe so that the 42% who trust the police, it will go up to 80, 90, 100. The community, let me tell you something, the police need to secure the community in order for the trust to go back up. And once the trust go back up with TTPS from the community, it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. The report also noted that people's feelings is based on their interaction with the police. In 2022, 10% were very satisfied, 18% satisfied, and 15% neutral, 19% dissatisfied, and 38% very dissatisfied. The report noted the effect of public distrust in the police. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead. Stick your get the click. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but we're going to continue with Mr. Hines telling TTPS win the public trust according to confidence after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Caller, good night. Hello? Stick your gaddy click. Now Trinidad and Tobago. While the Minister of National Security, Saieed Ali, has confidence in the TTPS, he admits that there are ways they can improve. He called on the TTPS to be true to their oath and do all that is necessary to gain the public trust. Hines also encouraged the TTPS to understand that they cannot function without information. Therefore, winning the public trust and confidence is important. Listen to this man.
Encourage, as I say so, the law enforcement platform, particularly the police service, to understand that you cannot function without information. And therefore, public trust and confidence is very critical, and all that we do in law enforcement, all that we do must be done to win public trust and confidence from that, a whole lot of information flows.
Now, viewers, the minister also stated that the Attorney General Department has a legislative agenda to protect persons who share information. Speaking on the whistleblower legislation, Hines said this was needed in order to protect persons who share information. Listen to this important piece of information.
We would like to see whistleblower legislation, that is to say, to protect people who are called upon or who want to share information that only someone on the inside, close to it, can.
See how important that is? The minister added that once these objectives are achieved, he is hopeful that crime detection and solve rate can improve. One way to know. Now, Mr. Hines has also stated that he is entering 2024 with more optimism than he did in 2023. He stated that more training had been provided to law enforcement personnel and also assured that TTPS is working tirelessly to combat crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Hines.
If you permit me a metaphor, I think we at National Security have spent some time in the gym. We've done some gym work. We put on some thighs, we put on some chest, we put on some muscle, we've sturdied up our backbone by providing more training to our police officers and members of the law enforcement, the defense force. They go everywhere in the world and get the most up-to-date training that you can imagine, and the technologies. We have improved the laws, we have improved the criminal justice system in the ways we have just agreed. In terms of the Forensic Science Center, we have improved our technique.
They did some gym work. Now, with all the gym work that they do, or did in 2023, are they going to have random raids in community? Are they going to have random roadblocks in communities? This is what is needed. You see, all the fancy words and things they talk about, all well and good, using your fancy words, not a problem, all well and good. But you need action. You don't need just to sit in a chair and blab them out, blab the hole in your face. You don't need that. We need action. That is what we need in Trinidad and Tobago. Action. Action will beat any old talk. Any old talk. Further underscoring the government commitment to get to the root of crime, the minister stated that the AG is working in a controlled deliveries of bills. Hines noted that this will allow the police to go undercover and get involved in deals, and in return, the law will protect police officers.
In this business environment of gun trafficking and human trafficking and drug trafficking, sometimes the police want to get undercover and involved. So this law now will protect the police officers who have to go inside of these deals and arrangements, so that when they do go inside, they cannot be prosecuted for acting illegally, but rather will have the protection of that law as they do things that are necessary if you really want to break some of these traffic.
Now, with that being said, is there going to be some sort of legal document? Is there going to be some sort of legal document to say, well, John Doe is going undercover on an operation for information? Because we're finding officers with guns, we're finding officers with drugs, we're finding officers involved in human trafficking, we're finding officers committing murder. So what is going to separate the officer now from doing that? And what is going to separate them now from doing it legally? is that document going to be signed, Fitzgerald? I'm asking a question. Because if officers have to go undercover without any legal framework being signed, they could always say, well, you know what? We were undercover, you know. We were in an operation, but there needs to be some proof somewhere to protect the officer. Yes, there needs to be something in black and white. Because with that being said, now any officer caught up in these scandals now could go free. Could go free. When they could be criminals. You see? Nothing wrong with you bringing out your thing. But make it legal so officers could sign legitimate documents. They have a copy, TTPS have a copy. So in case of anything now, in case some senior officers order a raid and they're going to meet these officers and them inside here, they get a proper document, otherwise you'll be in charge as a criminal also. Nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We have almost come to the end of our program tonight. But nevertheless, I want to encourage you to make an investment of 4% viewers. I want to encourage you to be members of Real Talk Credit Union Information. I want to encourage you also, since our Prime Minister is saying it's going to be a risky year, make 2024 your year of success. Your year of communicating with God. Your year of being strengthened. Your year of putting your foot down. Your year in making decisions. Your year in going forward. This is what I want to tell you. To motivate you into being a better person that you were a few days ago. You know, some people would say it's just another year. But if you continue living every morning, you're getting up with one routine, it becomes norm. But make a change. That change is not for everybody, you know. That change is for you. Definitely you. So viewers, I am Saeed. There's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And for this year, 2024, Real Talk is going to have a change on our Friday night show. Believe me, you're going to love it. You're going to love what we have in store. There are many changes that we'll be making to Real Talk. It will remain the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago as we deal with Monday, Tuesday issues. Wednesday, we have our public concerns night. We're going to be back to Friday with our Bacchanal Thursday. And Bacchanal Thursday and Thursday night. And Friday is where we take it back. You're going to love what we have in store. Trust me. So viewers, from my team at Real Talk with Saieed Ali, we are saying unto you, be safe and enjoy the rest of the night until we meet for another viewing of Real Talk with Saieed Ali on another night. Good night.